you messing with lyrical player pros like that. You wanna party with me? Let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, let me see just what you got for me. Put all your hands where my eyes can see. Straight buck wildin' in the place to be. If you really wanna party with me, ain't God we trust. Yo, it's a must that you heard of us, yeah, we murder us. A lot of people is wondering and they curious. I mean, in my unit do it, it's so mysterious. Furious, all of my people is serious. Shook others be walking around fearing us. Front, baby, like you don't wanna be hearing us. Gotta listen to Harry, he'll be playing us. 30 times a day to make you delirious. Damaging everything all up in your area. Yo, it's funny how all the be always serving us. All up in between they where they wanna carry us. Hit you good, then I hit them off with the alias. Various, they wanna marry us. Yo, it's flip mode, you stupid, you know we bout to bust. 7-figure money, the label preparing us. Fight the dust instead of you making the fuss. People know better cause they ain't no comparing us. Mad at us, yes you know better, we fabulous. Hit my people off with the flow, that be marvelous. Oh, my whole clique victorious. Taking no prisoners with us, straight up warriors. When I feel it, then I know you be feeling so glorious. Then we blitz and reminisce on my people notorious. We really wanna party like that. Let me see just what you got for me.
We're in a city built on 7 hills, and the fans hoping to see 7 points on the board early. We're at Cincinnati's PRK Stadium. Ball is teed up. Joshua Carty to do the honors. And we're off and running at PRK Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
Gun.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Going run again with Jacobs. He'll drive it forward, but won't get beyond the line. Stop made by Braden Fisk. Back-to-back runs, yielding just 2 yards, and now it's 3rd and 8.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Here we go.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Burrow from the gun. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Punt meets him at the 28. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Rams will take possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. And the connection not quite there yet on his opening throw of the game. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Brought to a halt by Brian Cook.
Simply nowhere to go on that counter play, Kate. Backside defenders took away one side, and they overwhelmed the blocking right in the middle.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? Pass play now. Taking his shot. Deep down the field it goes. He's got it inside the 25. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Rams don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On one, ready?
1st and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go. Stop.
Burrow out of the shotgun. Finds him over the middle. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Jared Verse on the tackle.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Stop.
From the 36. He puts some air under this one, deep right. That's caught at the 25. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Stop.
Running on first here with Jacobs. He's inside the 10. He's in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. He broke the tackle he needed to, Brock. And how about that effort then to keep it going and eventually reach that end zone?
Yeah, that's awesome on the offensive side. Defensively, not every missed tackle is the same. It may be on a stat sheet, but sometimes that help to finish a play isn't arriving quick enough, and you're the only one, the last line of defense. And in that moment, you got to scratch, you got to claw, you got to tear to make the stop. Because a broken tackle can mean a touchdown.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Cut out left. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Throwing from the gun. He puts some juice on a deep throw down the middle. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And it's 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. And this is the first time he's been called on today. And he drives this one into the pouring rain. And as this hits and heads out, we wait for the mark, but it should be right on the 20. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete.
And you ask a lot of your defenders on that field. It is not easy to play defense in today's NFL. Not only stay in their assignment's hip pocket, but to make plays on the ball as it arrives. He was challenged with an intermediate throw, and he swatted it away with ease.
Here we go. Stop.
On second down, Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. A solid 8-yard gain there, and now they're going to have 3rd and 2.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
3rd and just 2 to go.
11 MT, 11 MT. Dot.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. We pause now for an injured player, and that looks like Josh Jacobs, who's hurt after that play and in need of a look from the training staff. Punt team is on now, and they get this away. The return begins on their side of midfield. And a nice return has him looking at a very short field now. Nice moves on the return. He gets 17 out of it. And it's going to be their football coming up. New set of downs for him at the 38. Going left side, Williams with it. To the house, touchdown LA! The Rams need only one to take the lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Point after converted from Cardi. And the Rams take the lead here, 14-7 in the first. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go, here we go.
Chase coming in motion right.
Dot.
First down, Burrow to throw. Brought in by Chase near the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. Without chemistry, it's so hard to execute.
Here we go.
That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page, because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Let's get set.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now.
Dot.
Burrow. That finds Jacobs, complete. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Here we go.
The Rams showing a nickel look. Third down coming up.
Dot.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And that'll be enough for the first as they touch him down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Dot.
On first down, here's Burrow. This one taken in by Chase. He gets loose down the right side. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals get it down to a single point. It's a Jamar Chase touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skilled player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
McPherson on to handle the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete out to the right. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he's brought down for a loss. This has the makings of a shootout, a lot of points, but still tied as we reach the end of one. We're all knotted up at 14. We're back to Paycor Stadium right after this. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They have 2nd and pretty long here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Throw on 3rd down. And that's away for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
11, Thomas. Back.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Looking to throw, Burrow. This is hauled in by T. Higgins. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Kate, if you and I took a whirlwind tour and watched young quarterbacks, the hardest route to complete is this one. A lot of them could throw go routes and slants and drags and in cuts, but throwing that out route takes some time, takes some precision, and a whole bunch of trust between QB and receiver.
Gun.
Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard.
Back.
Here's a give up the middle, and he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead, get what you need.
Here we go.
They'll come up 1st and 10.
Back.
From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
On one, ready?
Second down now, 7 to go. Trying to throw here out of the gun. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Here we go.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Burrow setting up the play action. And that one's unsuccessful. Looking for the back that time. So that brings up second down.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
Burrow throwing again on 2nd and 10. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That was Jamar Chase he was looking for there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
First time this game they've looked to him, and now they're staring at 4th and long.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Off the play fake, he'll throw. Headed out right. Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Rams are going to have a first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
New set of downs for him at the 38. They go with Williams on the counter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. He's going to throw this one. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Just got a hand up on that to break it up. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he works this to the 38 before going down. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first. New set of downs for him at the 38. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Hits him on the in route. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
We're to the 2-minute warning from the jungle. The Rams with a chance to score and take a lead into the locker room. Second and 6 coming up here. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Not sure if it was a missed assignment on the line, a dominant play on his part, or maybe a little bit of both, Kate, but look at those dudes down there defensively. Man, they are fired up after that stick behind the line.
The Bengals obviously thinking pass here on third down. They're going to counter with a dime look. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball.
Coming off the edge, and it's blocked!
We could say they picked a great time to block the kick, but let's be honest. Any time is a great time to get through and block one. It really rewards the effort that those special teamers put in each and every time out. It might not always get noticed, but it sure does there.
11,
Big time.
11.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's grabbed inside the 30. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
One thing we don't have in football is we don't have that radar gun. But if we did, Kate, this is the kind of throw. When you throw it that deep outside the...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. We get a timeout now from the Bengals. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
On one, ready?
All right, here we go. Second down.
Here we go. Back.
Trying again, following the sack. Caught by Jacobs. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Let's see what they went with on third down.
Here we go. 12. Back.
Jacobs gets it on the draw. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Butker knocks it through. And they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun here. Forced out to his right. He can run it. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down. That's a big bonus for the quarterback.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
He gets this one to Nakua. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Dax Hill. And the Bengals might be able to get some points late after the interception.
Such a huge point of emphasis for so many defenses, clogging up the middle of the field. They saw that receiver enter the middle and did a terrific job of baiting the quarterback into the throw, and an even better job of forcing the interception.
Markers reset, ball at the 37.
Let's get set.
1st and 10 now. Here's Burrow. This is complete to Duvernay. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Butker knocks it through. And that'll double their lead to 6.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. Power squib kick is taken in. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. No luck finding his receiver that time. So it's second down coming up.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Offense up to the line fast. Shotgun now on 3rd down. He gets a lot behind one, deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect. And now they're stuck facing 4th down. The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Play action now. Burrow. He lofts it deep left. What a dive. I think he caught it. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece. He was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
Here we go.
So as we all recover from that last play, it's 1st and 10 near the red zone. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
Here we go.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Handoff here to Jacobs. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only a yard on the pickup, so that's going to bring them to 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and short, it's Burrow. And he's there to knock away the pass and force a 4th down.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Right 80. Right side. Dot. Right 80.
Ooh, maybe some nerves there. He moved early on 4th down. Now we're going to see if this affects their choice to go for it. Evan McPherson on for the Bengals field goal. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. Butker knocks it through. And that'll make it a 2-score game.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go.
They send a man in motion. Play action on 1st down. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. This one intended for the running back. So 2nd down coming up. Back to throw now. That one's complete over the middle. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Back to throw on 3rd down. That's caught for the 1st. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Slot man in motion right. They'll throw it again. That's him on the quick hitter. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Jermaine Pratt with the play defensively.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. They'll give it to Williams on the option.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. New set of downs for him at the 38. They've got a man in motion. That one's complete, right side. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Josh Sweat making the stop. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Dropping back to throw. He's on the move. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he won't get anything there. Several defenders nearby to hold him up. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just times you got to run in the darkness. And when linebackers fill that hole like that right in the middle of the field, he ran right into the darkness and the pain of that linebacker.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams cut the lead down to just 2. We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Chooses to bring this one out. This return makes it up to the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
11. Here we go.
Chase coming in motion right. On 1st down, here's Burrow. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
1st down, Burrow to throw. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
I'm one, ready?
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, Burrow. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. Working quickly here. Jacobs crosses the goal line for the Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals push this to an 8-point game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Bengals push the lead to 2 scores now. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Here's 2nd and 2. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They strike for 23 yards. And it brings up an LA first down. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his third interception of this season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32.
Here we go.
Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they had that one contained right at the line. Jared Verse on the tackle. So we're through 3 here. The Bengals with it. They've got the lead, but this game is close.
On 2, ready?
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Here we go. Side.
Burrow from the gun. That finds Jacobs complete. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
It is so hard for these defenses. I don't envy them at all to try to monitor where these running backs are. Are they chipping? Are they delaying their route? He's such an underrated part of their overall passing game.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Perhaps a bit late breaking towards the ball, but still just enough time to get a finger on it and knock it away.
The Bengals send out the punting unit. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And a man is there to knock that away.
The ability to track the ball, right? Ball skills isn't just knocking it away, and that's a beautiful job there, Kate. But ball skills is also being able to track a ball on a deeper throw like that. If he doesn't swat it away, we're looking at a huge gain.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Offense in the hurry up here. They'll throw on 1st. He puts everything behind this one. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off by the Arkansas rookie. And the Bengals get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right? You watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive...
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact. It gets home. But, of course, we know it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or 2.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on a screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Handoff running left, Jacobs. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
one. Ready?
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
12, 12, 12. Got!
Going run again with Jacobs. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
On one. Ready?
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Got!
Burrow setting up the play action. This finds home, complete. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
You know, Kate, it's almost as if the defense invited him to make that throw. That was a play they knew they could defend, and they stopped it right at the line.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9.
Got!
Looking to throw, Burrow. Completes this one to Chase. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Here we go.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Got!
A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And it took a couple of guys to haul him down there after a gain of just 1.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Got!
Burrow to the air now. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
On one. Ready?
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Got!
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he will score. It's a Cincinnati touchdown. The Bengals could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. McPherson at the point after. Got a good plant in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Bengals take a 16-point lead. Here's McPherson on to handle the kickoff. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. From the 35 on 2nd down. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Clock continuing to run as the Rams hurry to the line. From midfield now. A dangerous throw, and he almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on first down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down.
Let's go now.
Still sticking with the passing game. It's taken in by Williams. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
All their timeouts left, but they still need a quick score here. It's 1st and 10. He'll throw it yet again. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on second down. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
First down from the red zone. A lot of mess on the move here. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing from the gun here. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time. You cannot wait. You've got to react. And then you got to burst. And that defender does a tremendous job of breaking that pass up with contact.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Here he is to throw. Quick slant complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. Still 1 more in their pocket to use.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. All right, here we go. Huge play for the Rams, going for 2. He's throwing for it. This is caught. Ooh, and he can't shake the defense. They track him down in the backfield, and this 2-point attempt fails. They'll time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And that's the Bengals who are on that one. And that's a wrap on this ball game. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Here we go.
Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down.
Cut.
With the win in hands, they don't take the knee. Let this clock run out.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
Gun. Cut.
So in the jungle, the Bengals take the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory. that does it for another broadcast of the NFL on EA Sports. With my partner in the booth, Brock Hewer, I'm Kate Scott. The Bengals emerge as winners as we say so long from Cincinnati.
I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in the music. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand new menu. I said I'm born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million. Born in a million. All right now. You with me? I said, are you with me? Wake up to see my brand new horizon. The world's in my hands and the sun's tantalizing. Grab hold of mine if you want some good time, and it's been too long.
Big carbon here like Mayweather. Tula come through and blow up. Got millions out there rap. They hate her, but they stole the flow. Got back in after back in coming. I stole the show. Don't run up on that bitch. She a head case. All she do is shoot. I signed my deal up on the PJ and hopped out a parachute. I'm geeked on next week. About no more features. I might just stir at you. I'm geeked on next week. About no more features. I might embarrass you. Yeah, glow. Stomp a little with some shell toes. Yeah, glow. Slapping, rapping, making bail. Two-tone Cartier match the nails. Yeah, glow. No competition, these stale. Yeah, glow. Curbing, no curbing, my layers. Yeah, glow. Say they get money, but I can't tell. Yeah, glow. Keep running circles around these snails. Yeah, glow. And my bumping up in the jail. On the big glow, where you been at? Mine, every